guys, so glad to have you. So something very awesome happened this weekend, and I was able to start our club called Tutor Talk. Woo! It was very exciting, you guys, when I finally got the ability to do it. I had already previously signed up to have my own club, but this weekend we got to see something awesome. Clubhouse now has it on automatic that anybody can create a club, and they no longer are doing the individual reviews to accept people to do their clubs. Now, there were some people, they were having to wait 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and they still didn't have a club. So today, what we're going to be talking about is how do you start a club? When should you start a club? Why should you start a club? All of that great stuff. What should you even call your club? So we're going to be diving all into clubs and seeing, is it a right fit for our tutoring business? But before we do that, I just want to say, hey, welcome you guys. We've got Patricia Corcoran here from Pennsylvania. Elizabeth is in the house. So is Susan Arendes. So glad that you guys are here. And of course, we have the awesome Robert, the king of calculus. Woo! So glad that you guys are here. And if you guys are on Clubhouse right now, what I'd love you to be able to do is be able to share what is your name on Clubhouse. We would love to be able to follow you and all that great stuff. So give us your handle so that we can follow you as well. And did you have a chance to join Tutor Talk? So let's take a look. How do we figure out what is Tutor Talk? If you come to my profile, if you are following me, you will see the very first room is called Tutor Talk. Notice I got our colors there, our purple and our gold. And then if you click here, you'll see that we have now 98 members. What's cool about this, you guys, is we have the largest tutor group on Clubhouse right now. Isn't that awesome? I mean, it's only been opened up for a couple of days, and we already have 98 members. That's just incredible. If we take a look here, how do we know what other tutoring groups exist? You can click on that search, click on tutor, and obviously anybody who has a tutor group would be able to add that into their thing, right? So we've got Tutor Talk here. There's one called Tutos de Pet in Brazil. I can't read Spanish, but we still have more than that group. We've got Black Tutors of Clubhouse. There's 20 members. English Tutoring, there's 1 member. The Tutors Association has 7 members. All of these, look at that. So we by far are in the lead right now. Not that numbers are everything. At the end of the day, it's about how much value that we deliver, right? And so during the week, you're going to notice that we have some awesome talks that you're going to want to be a part of. So let me show you what those are that we've scheduled, because you can schedule now. If you have a club, you can schedule your club to be upcoming for you. I'm going to press here, my events. These are the 3 talks that we have scheduled for this week. I now have them. Look at that. It says from Tutor Talk. So you'll see that Tutor Talk is where this is coming from. And anybody who is a member of Tutor Talk will have this show on up that we have scheduled it. So if you take a look here, we are going to be talking about tomorrow, how to get online tutoring students. 9 o'clock a.m. on Wednesday, I'm going to do something cool. It's called Clubhouse Trivia. This is a fun place to learn about Clubhouse. So we're going to have actually 3 contestants come onto the stage, and we are going to test their knowledge about Clubhouse, and the person that gets the most points is going to get a free copy of my new book as soon as it is released. So fun prizes, fun stuff. And for those of you that don't know anything about Clubhouse, this is a great place for you to learn it without being bored. It's going to be, fun game show style. So you can definitely come on in and learn all about Clubhouse from there. And then on Friday, we have, is your tutoring business a sustainable business? A lot of times people ask the question of, well, is tutoring a sustainable business? And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether I have a sustainable business. It doesn't matter whether Beth has a sustainable business. What matters is, do you have a sustainable business? And so we're going to be talking all about that on Friday. So you notice I've scheduled all of that from Tutor Talk. So how do you go about scheduling and creating your own club? First, let's talk about, should you even be creating your own club? Okay. Do you have people that are following you? Have you started your own rooms? Before you start a club, even though you can start a club right now, should you, right? You want to make sure that you've actually gone on in, you're active on Clubhouse, because Clubhouse will still deny you if you're not active enough on Clubhouse. But do you have people that are following you that you could invite into your Clubhouse when you get started? Because there's nothing like, you saw before, there were some people that they've started a Clubhouse, but there's one member in it. Right? I don't know about you, but I'm not too excited to join a Clubhouse that has one member in it. So you definitely want to make sure that you are inviting people to join with you. And so in order to do that, you have to have people following you, because the people that are following you, you're going to be able to invite. So awesome. And I saw up here that Suzanne needs a invite. Susan needs an invite, and Elizabeth has one for you. So let me show you guys on over here. We've got some of those things that we kind of talked about out of the way of, like, should you create a Clubhouse? Do you have a theme that you could talk about? Do you have something that people want to talk about consistently? And then what do you name your Clubhouse if you are to start one? Well, I think one of the first things that you're going to want to do is think about who is it that you're trying to attract, right? If you have their name in there, they're going to be more likely to join. So like for example, this one's called Club Pod. They are obviously attracting podcasters, right? And so if you've got a podcast, this is the club that you would come to join. It's an awesome club and you'll get lots of value from it. So do you have something of value to offer? Do you have something that you could create weekly content about and you'll show up? Because at the end of the day, you know how some people create Facebook groups, but they never actually run their group. They abandon them. It's like a deserted island. You don't want that to happen with your club, right? Yes, you could probably give it life support at some point in time, but really start to engage on Clubhouse, get to know people, connect with people that are part of your direct audience that would be excited to join your group before you just jump on in and create a group. Now, for those of you, I know some of you are ready to already create a group. Here's what you do. You're going to slide all the way to the end here, and you're going to see this plus button. This plus button is going to allow you then to type in a club name. And then you get to decide, do you want to allow followers? Do you want there to be members? I'm just going to put like XX for it now. Cancel. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to click plus on there just because I want to just go down. Do you want to let your members start rooms? Do you want to make your member list private? So when I do it, I do want my members to start rooms because I can't, as a tutor that has an online tutoring business, I can't start my own like room every single day, all day long, but members can be starting rooms where they're engaging with other tutors, which is then adding value to the entire community. And so, that's something to think about. Like, do you want your members to start rooms? Now, there could be times where you have members starting rooms that like you do not really want them doing. Now, at any point in time, if that starts to happen, you could close that off. You can come back to your club and you can turn off let members start rooms. So to turn it on, you just click the button. To turn it off, you just click it again. You want to think about the topics, and you get to choose 3 topics that your specific group is going to be about. And so you really want to think about this, right? And choose the 3 that are going to be most fitting, because this is going to allow people to find your group. And then here is the description. Now, the description piece, I had already written my description because I already applied and gone through that process. But when I put my description inside of here, it was just like one big, long, wonky paragraph. And I have to tell you, that was super annoying for me. So what I ended up doing is I ended up just going to my notes over here. And then I began typing on in, adding my emojis, doing all of that kind of stuff, put in the correct spacing, copied it, and then I pasted it over into my description. And voila, all of the wonky wording, paragraphs mixing and moshing together were completely gone away. I was a happy camper and life was good again. So you do want to think about ahead of time, what is it that you want to write into your description? Don't leave it blank. This is what people are going to use as they are deciding, to join your club or not. And so I have here that Tutor Talk is a space for tutors to get to know each other, learn about successful strategies, and support each other. What is the purpose of your group, right? So that is my specific purpose with the group that I have created. And notice I have a teacher, emoji on there to go along with, hey, tutors are teachers, right? So teachers will then be able to find it. And if they're a tutor, then they'll be able to find the group if they're looking at clubs using emojis. I also have here, feel free to nominate, recommend, refer people that you believe will help contribute to our amazing group. I want people doing that. And then here I have join, follow, and participate in our weekly rooms as we network, support each other, and lift each other up. Tutoring can be a lonely business, and this kind of interaction can make a difference. And then here, if they want to start a room, they can DM me, and here's my email so that they can message me. Or they can, I also have here, hey, follow me and nominate one person into the group. I definitely want people who are going to nominate other people inside of the group, because that's going to help grow the community and help grow the group and really help the amount of people that we are able to serve inside of this. I'm excited about the potential about Clubhouse as well. Yeah, I want to know, what do you guys think about it all? Do you see the potential inside of Clubhouse for your tutoring groups? And it is always great, before you start your own club, to join some other clubs and see how they run. That's going to help you with deciding, is this going to be what you want to be a part of? Or what are things that you like about the way that some people run their groups? What are some things that you do not like about how people run their groups? So that's also something else to take a look at. Now, when you have your very own group, here is our group right here, you get 10 invites to invite people directly to your group, and they're invited underneath your group. So when they join Clubhouse, they join under your group. So yesterday I put a link inside of our Facebook Ultimate Support Group on Facebook, and it says copy secret invite link. I copied the secret invite link, but here's something that happens. It actually added a space in between tutor and talk because I have two words. So I had to backspace that in order for people to be invited underneath my club name. See, you guys get to learn all these tricks from me right away out of the gate. Psh, how awesome is that? And you can take a look. If there are any nominated members, you can come on over here and you can nominate them. You can also begin, if I come on over here, it's really easy. Never hit the leave your own club button. So I heard yesterday that some people were leaving their club on accident and then they were completely kicked out. So in order to stop that from happening, I've actually made my husband here, here he is right here, as a admin. Not because he's using Clubhouse right now, but because if I ever get kicked out, he'll be able to invite me back in. Same thing with, I have all of the coaches with the online tutor coach as admins. If I ever get kicked out, I have a way to be able to get back into my club and I'm not kicked out forever. And then they can make me an admin and all is good and well with the world again. So admins do have the same abilities as the creator of the group. So you want to choose your admins wisely. You don't your admin could kick you out of the group. And so you absolutely don't want to get kicked out of the group, right? So choose your people wisely that you're adding. Don't make just anybody an admin. And obviously, I feel very strongly about my coaches. They're not going to kick me out. And if they do, it's on accident. It's not on purpose, right? It's not them trying to be like, I don't know, trying to do something mean or something like that, right? They're not going to do that. I always choose the best people to be on my team. Now, the difference between members and followers is followers cannot start their own room underneath the group. Members can. And so I do, again, want to be able to have people join the group so that they can take part, they can be holding talks, and they can do all of that kind of stuff. So now let's take a look at how do you actually schedule a room with the club being on there. So when I go to start a new room, I am just going to click on this button right here. And now I'm going to click on the plus button with the calendar. And now I can create a new event. So I'm going to type up here what the name of the event is. I find that when you choose the date, it's really easy to kind of forget the time. And so it will say 6 o'clock p.m. That is a default time. So if you have chosen the wrong time, like you just skip it on accident, it's going to be at this default time. And people are going to show up at the wrong time, wonder why that group hasn't started yet. So you definitely want to make sure that you also click that. And then you will choose the correct time. Maybe it's 10 o'clock a.m. And then it says host club here. You're going to click host club. These are all the clubs that I can start a room underneath. And so if I take a look here, I can click right here and I can do it underneath Tutor Talk. I just select that. And now Tutor Talk is going to be listed as the club that is hosting this. You can also, when you are running a room, you can have another person who is a moderator in the room, and I highly suggest doing that. There's a lot of different elements going along inside of a room, letting people on stage. If there's any dead air, they can take over. If there's a bad connection with your stuff as soon as you're on there, again, that'll alleviate some of that kind of stuff. They're just there as like your extra person. If you get kicked out of the room, your room won't close. Your room will still be going and you can join it again. So there's a lot of benefits to always choosing to have a co-host on there. So I'm curious to know, you guys, now that you know that you can create a group, are you excited about creating your own group? Are you going to wait until you just learn a little bit more about Clubhouse and how to run a group effectively? I would love to be able to know more from you guys and what you think about all of this. So awesome stuff you guys are saying inside of here. Yeah, Beth put in there, I've been so worried about accidentally leaving. Here's the cool thing. If you accidentally leave when you are a club member, and let's say you end up clicking on the 3 dots at the top and you leave club, I can get you back in. Just message me. I'll get you back in. You can join the club again, and you can do that. Now, you really only have one opportunity to be able to kind of invite your friends to the club. So it's going to give you, as soon as you create your club, you're going to have the ability to go on there and be able to, you'll be able to create like an invite for them. And you just select all the people that you think could benefit from being a member of your group. And so you can click as many names as you want. But then after that, you never see that button again. So maybe it'll be something that comes down the line that I can invite people. But one of the cool things is all of my admins can also invite people. So any admin that finds that there is somebody that would be useful to join the group, they have the ability to do that. I don't know what that looks like on my side because I haven't done that yet. I'm not an admin on any of the other groups, so I don't know what that looks like on my side, but that is something, a function that was stated that they can do, which is pretty cool. Now, Elizabeth put on that she'd love to start one soon. It could be really powerful, but she might wait. And I think that's a smart decision in the beginning. There's a smart decision for grabbing your name now, right? Because nobody can take your name. But there's a difference, I think, between grabbing your name and then really running your group. So you'll see a lot of people right now trying to grab names very quickly because they did just open up this feature last Tuesday on the newest update. And here's the other thing. If you guys happen to see if you happen to go to your profile and you swipe all the way across and you don't see that plus sign, you can't add a group, and it's not because they're banning you from adding a group. It's because you're not on the latest update. So all you need to do is just go to your app store, type in Clubhouse. It is the very first one, and you'll see there, mine says open because I'm on the latest update. You'll be able to open that on up, and there you go. It will be, you will be able to if it says update, you can update. Otherwise, you can open it. Great question. Patricia was wondering, when is my book about Clubhouse coming out? I'm very excited about this book. I do not have a specific date yet, but if you're on YouTube right now, I do have the link there for you to get on the waiting list so that as soon as the date does drop, you get access to it. I have the cover done. I have most of the book written, and then it's going to go through the editing process. Then once the editing is done, then I'm going to upload it inside of Amazon, and it will be released. So my guess is about 3 to 4 weeks right now. You will be able to see the book on Clubhouse, social media, how to become more influential. And I really do think that this tool allows you to become more influential. You have the opportunity to be able to join other groups, add conversations, and really have that ability to like make your voice heard in a different way. What's really interesting, I think, about this app right now is it really opens the door to a community that has had limited access to social media. And that is our people that struggle with their sight, and the blind community. They've really struggled with taking a part on social media in the past. And you're going to see a lot of people that are blind or have sight issues coming into this app and using it because it is completely different from all the other tools that are out there. So awesome stuff. Oh, I love it. So Elizabeth just said she's already invited quite a few people. So I bet there is a way. If you got it. Yeah. See, I love this. This is why we work together as a community, you guys. So Elizabeth just shared something with me through the message inside of here. Here is all of the information that I have. But if I click on here, I can search my contacts. Oh, I'm out of invites. But I will get 10 more invites, and then I'll be able to invite more people. It says I can search Clubhouse, and then I can actually click people. I'm wondering, like, if I click on somebody who's not in the group yet, would it let me do that? So if I put in, like, Audrey Connor Gibbs, okay, it just shows, like, oh, she's been invited. So that's really, really cool. So awesome stuff there. So you can invite more people. I'm just out of invites to be able to invite people. And I only get 10 invites per every couple of days. I just have to make sure that the group is active. People are hosting different things and that kind of stuff. What are the benefits of hosting a club? First, again, it's a name of becoming, it's a way to become more influential, right? Like if you can get your club up over 100 people, it gives you social proof, right? And we know in the world of online marketing that social proof is absolutely huge. And so it gives you that ability to build social proof, but it also gives you that ability to honestly make great connections with people who could be your ideal clients, right? And I serve the tutoring community, so I am connected with a tons of tutors on there. I could start a parenting group specifically towards reading, like helping your child with reading, learning to read, right? And that I could then invite other parents who are in that same position. Those parents could invite parents. So there's just a lot of awesome stuff that can go in and be useful for it. So I think that's really a great question. Is like, what is even the benefit of hosting a group? And really it comes down to, what is the benefit of even having like a Facebook group, right? What is the benefit to having anything? And really, you have to see that benefit in order to start diving on into it, right? You have to be committed. If it's not something you're going to be committed to, you're just going to create a club but not run the club, or you expect other people to run the club for you, it's probably not a good idea at this point in time to start a club. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. And I think there's a big distinction there, right? So while everybody has the ability not to make a club, should you? And that's something that's really going to be a good decision for you in your heart, that you have to make that decision. Is it something I can commit to? So I'm committing to right now 3 calls a week inside of my club, and we're going to see where it goes from there. You also have the ability to moderate for other people. When you have your own club, you can almost do like, share the moderation duties and not have to moderate it all by yourself. So I think it's really going to be a personal decision if this is a right move for you right now. You guys, as soon as I got this app, I just started listening. I've been listening to what other people share. I've been learning. I've been getting all of the information that I need in order to be successful on this platform. And sometimes it's a matter of just seeing how can these tools be used, right, to really let more people know about what it is that you do. And as you guys all know, one of the things that people struggle with isn't that you're not good at what you do. It's that people don't even know that you do what you do. And so anything that can add value to them seeing you as a source of somebody that can help is going to be useful. This is not a pitch fest, right? I'm not pitching my services to people or doing that. I'm just adding value to the community. And when there's a next step for them to take, they have that ability to take that next step. So join us on Friday, you guys, because we're going to be talking, Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Central. We're going to be talking about some other tutors that have been inside of Clubhouse, using Clubhouse. What are some of the benefits that they see of using Clubhouse? Have they started their own club yet? You'll be able to ask any of the questions that you want to be able to ask, and we will have a lot of fun. So definitely come join us. And if you're in the Ultimate Support Group for Online Tutors, there is a list of all of the different calls that we have going on this week. All the free calls that we have. Nothing's paid. It's all free. It's on YouTube. It's on Clubhouse. Take a look at that. Join us for any of those that you can join us for. I'm so glad that you guys joined us today to learn about how to start on a club on Clubhouse. And you've started making the decision, am I going to start a club? Or maybe I'll wait and I'll start a club later. That's totally fine too. Thanks for joining me today, you guys, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everyone.